So here's another thing that motherfuckers ain't talking about, right? With the whole Earl shit, right? Here's another thing that motherfuckers ain't talking about. Explain to me why Anthony Joshua, the biggest motherfucking boxer in the sport right now, the biggest motherfucking boxer in the sport right now, Anthony Joshua, AJ. Explain to me why AJ is giving Fury 50-50. But Earl can't give 50-50 to goddamn Terrence Crawford. Explain to me why that exists. Explain to me why somebody as big as AJ, with as much star power, with the amount of big fights on his resume, with 3 out of the 4 belts, 3 out of the 4 belts, Wembley Stadium, thousands of fans. Explain to me. Terrence Moose says AJ is not the biggest name in the sport. Stop it. AJ is not the biggest name. Okay, well, if AJ is not the biggest name, even if you want to say AJ is not the biggest name, even if you want to say AJ is not the biggest name, he's a bigger name than Errol Spence. He's a bigger name than Errol Spence. Say I'm wrong, Terry. Even if you want to say that AJ is not the biggest name in the sport of boxing, he's still a bigger name than Errol Spence. Am I still lying, Terry? You over here putting, now you lying. Am I still lying, Terry? AJ is the bigger star in boxing than Earl. Okay, that's the point that I'm trying to make. Okay, but AJ still gave Fury 50-50. AJ still, and Fury does trash numbers. Fury barely has a fan base. I would contend that Terrence Crawford is a bigger star than Tyson Fury. I would contend that. I would contend that Terrence Crawford is a bigger star than Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury ain't got no goddamn fan base. Wasn't nobody fucking with no damn Tyson Fury fights back in the UK like that. If Tyson Fury fought anybody outside of Deontay Wilder and goddamn AJ, nobody would give a fuck. Cause Tyson Fury ain't got no goddamn fan base like that. But yet and still, AJ concedes to give Tyson Fury 50-50. But Earl can't see to make that same decision. I know my boy G Parker, man, he gonna be on me talking about Earl, man. Earl is his guy, man. I'm not trying to be on your guy, Earl, man. I'm not trying to be on your guy like that, man. But your guy be his fans. His fans are really what piss me off. His fans piss me off more than goddamn Earl. Cause his fans cape for him. Even when he don't defend himself, his fans defend him. Like they step in the middle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like little human sacrifices, like little mini Jesus Christs and shit. They step in the way and they get goddamn crucified on the cross for this nigga Errol Spence. He don't do nothing to protect y'all. He don't do nothing to fucking honor y'all as fans. Y'all just get fucking shanked over and over and over again by niggas like me who just hit y'all ass in the head with goddamn facts. But I need y'all, whoever watched this fucking video, whoever listening to this shit, bro, I need y'all to explain to me how the fuck that work. How in the fuck is it okay for AJ to give Fury 50-50, but it's not okay for Earl to give Crawford 50-50? All 50-50 mean is, hey, we're two fighters, we're at the top of our game, and we need each other for our legacies. That's all 50-50 mean. That's all 50-50 mean. Hey, we're two fighters, we need each other for our legacies. We need each other. So let's go come together. let's do a 50-50 fight. Whoever win the fight, they get 60-30 or 60-40 in the next fight. That's all that fucking means. You like AJ realized, look, man, I need Fury for my career. So let me get this nigga 50-50. So we can get the fight, so we can make the fight happen. So we can make this legacy fight take place. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence just ain't serious about the fight. So because of that, there's no possibility of the fight actually happening. And I get into these dudes all the time in these comment sections all the motherfucking time, talking about how Errol is serious about the fight and all Terrence got to do is take the 60-40. But I'm about to prove to y'all right now that the 60-40 is some bullshit, along with the 70-30 and the 80-20. I'm about to prove to you right now that all that is some bullshit. I'm about to prove to you right now that all of that is some bullshit. So here's the thing, right? Let's go ahead and set it off right now. Here's the thing. In a previous live, I mentioned how Errol Spence had brought the negotiation between him and Terrence Crawford. I mentioned how he made that public. I mentioned how Errol Spence made those negotiations public. Okay. But the reality of the situation in my mind is that anyone who's serious about getting a deal done, they're not going to make negotiations public. They're not going to bring the world into the negotiation room. Okay? They're not going to do that. It's not how shit gets done, and it doesn't make fucking sense. Okay? But when I said that, all the Earl people jumped on my case. Nah. The 60-40 was real. The 60-40 was real. 60-40 was a real offer. And then after that, you know, he just got upset. And then he brought up the 70-30 and all that. But 60-40 was real. 60-40 was real. Oh, okay. 60-40 was real, right? 60-40 was real, right? Y'all say 60-40 was real. So 60-40 is real, and we can take Earl's offer publicly seriously. Then why isn't 70-30, 80-20? Why aren't those real? Why aren't we taking those as real offers? Because those are also public offers. Those are also public offers. 60-20, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Those are all offers that Earl made publicly. But you guys are saying that 60-40 is a real offer, but he also made 80-20 and 70-30 all publicly as well. So is Earl serious about though? Is he serious about the 60? If he's serious about the 60-40, if you're saying he's serious about the 60-40, okay, if that's what you're saying, if you're saying he's serious about the 60-40, then it's only right that he be serious about the 70-30 and the 80-20. And then if you say, well, he's not serious about the 80-20 or the 70-30. If you're saying he's not serious about that, how do we know that he's serious about the 60-40? How do we know he's serious about that? So either he's serious or he's not serious. Which one is it? If he's serious, then we have to take into consideration the fact that if he's seriously negotiating publicly, then we have to take into consideration that the 70-30 and the 80-20 are real offers along with the 60-40. We have to take that into consideration because those public negotiations are real. But if you saying he was joking about the 80-20, if you saying he was joking about the 70-30, then how do we know he's not joking about the 60-40? And if you're gonna say, well, he was joking about the 60-40, but he was joking about the 70-30 and the 80-20, if you're gonna say that, then how do we know what he's joking about versus what he's not joking about? It's not like the motherfucker said JK after he made that shit. It's not like he put a LOL at the end of his goddamn sentence. So how the fuck we know when he's joking from when he's not joking? Earl people. You know what I'm saying? And this live ain't about no goddamn Earl, but I feel like I had to bring that motherfucker up because we're talking about Bud options, and Earl is supposed to be an option for Bud. He's supposed to be an option, but he's not an option because Earl's not serious. And no matter how you slice it, he's just not serious, period. Either he's publicly joking or he's publicly serious. But in either case, he can't be taken seriously. In either case, no respectable adult would take this dude seriously in either case. Either you publicly trying to negotiate or you publicly not trying to negotiate and you fooling around. But either way, you're not to be taken seriously. Either way, you're not to be taken seriously.